So grabbing my morning macchiato here at Mill Mountain Coffee and Tea. Mill Mountain actually was like the other big coffee house here in town. They still are. I think we've progressed and now we have 2 Starbucks. So cheers to progression, Roanoke. Hey, I'm going to share with you guys a little backstory into Max's early days of being just a candy fiend. Now, I'm pretty sure it was this location right over here. There was a candy shop right across from this downtown location of our coffee house right here behind me. It looks like now it's a ladles and linens kitchen shop, but Max and I have this memory. He'll never let me forget it. Our dad gave us $20 to like go play around, get candy, eat lunch, just like get out of his hair basically. And I used to always try to keep the extra money and not share it as much with my little brother. And Max was like, I know Dad gave you $20. I was like, no, Max, he only gave us 10. He only gave us 10. So to this day, he still thinks I owe him $10 of candy. All right, so before we go head over to the grave site, where we are right now, we're at the very top of the hill, the top of the cemetery. And right behind me here is where we had his actual funeral procession. One of our most regular customers in the coffee house, and our first one on Grandin Road, was actually a pastor at a local church, and he was a very good friend of my father's, and he gave the eulogy here. Right here is where we had the military tribunal, an incredible group of soldiers, men and women, who honored my dad with a 21 gun salute. And then right inside here, this is where they folded my father's flag on top of his casket. I was sitting right over here, right next to my stepmom, and they presented his flag to her. It's so unreal. 13 years and it's just like yesterday. I don't remember it, I feel it, I feel it. This whole place was just packed with friends and family and loved ones and his nursing staff from the hospital. Just unreal the turnout, unreal the effect that this man had on so many others' lives. Let's go visit Dad. Years. Damn. Being here today, every time we come back here, it's so visceral, you know, it's literally like yesterday. For the first time in 13 years, I'm coming back to visit my father with excitement and just eager to just be in his presence and just share with him my successes and just share with him the life that I am building. It's like I'm getting like emotional now, but it's just it's different. I'm such in a better position mentally. My headspace is just so much better this year. I finally just like I've shared in some content before, it's just, it's taken me a long, long time to just get out of my own way in this loss and to go through the grieving process and just to stop asking the question for so long, just why me, why me, why me, and just being stuck in that mindset, stuck in that hate and that anger and that loss. It took a long time to get out of that hole. But finding like the meaning in this loss and finding the good in this terrible tragedy is what I talk about all the time. You know, adversity and advantage, and the obstacle is the way. And, you know, to live a life ever forward, you have to just keep taking the next steps to get through the shit. But for a long time, I wasn't truly living that. So to everyone watching this, to everyone who's a part of this brand Ever Forward, and to everyone who shares this message and who has gone through a loss of your own, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it takes sometimes latching onto another purpose, a higher meaning, distracting yourself with something, whatever you need to do to just get through that process. You know, we all have our own way. We all have our own process to get through the other side. But God, this, like, I'm so glad to finally have found mine. I'm so glad to finally be on the other side. And, you know, just to finally be able to share what it means to live a life ever forward, to help others do the same, and know with 100% clarity in the back of my head that I'm not lying to myself anymore. I'm not fighting these demons. I'm not stuck in the past. And for the first time in 13 years, I am so excited. I'm so excited just to see what the next day has, and what the next month and the next year, and just keep coming back to my Father every damn year. Thank you, Dad. Thank you. Ever Forward.